want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Beat in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab it and taste it.
Wow! It has been a long time since I've been sitting behind this beautifully crafted bar, even though I don't even drink, sitting on this granite bar top right here, doing a live stream. Man, it has been a long time. But ladies and gentlemen, I am the one and only DJ Storms, and I would like to welcome each and every single one of you back here to the channel. We are live right now. We're live on YouTube, and we're live on Rumble. We're also live on X as well, and we got plenty of good stuff to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't know who I am? Well, they call me Mr. Controversy, and indeed I am a very controversial figure, and I certainly hope that each and every single one of you have had a great start to your 2026. Happy New Year! And we are starting the new year off right here with the countdown to Vindication, my fourth show ever. And we have a lot to get into. We have a lot to talk about, but I am not alone. Joining me here on the countdown to Vindication part number 1. He is a good friend of mine. He's been on the channel before. He is one of the lead commentators at Off the Rails, Battle in the Borough 2, and he will be one of the lead commentators over at Vindication. Ladies and gentlemen, my first guest is none other than the Maryland Motormouth himself, Mean Mark Donovan. How you doing, Mark?
Doing good, folks. They say you only get one chance to make a first impression. I'm glad I did just that and got asked to come back again. It's great to be here. And what a show last show was in November.
I'm telling you, man, I'm still riding on that high. People are still talking about all the crazy moments from Battle in the Borough 2, and we're going to talk about a couple of those moments. But I'm not done yet, because I have another co-host with me. He recently just joined. He has been with me since the first Battle in the Borough. He was actually one of the lead commentators on the first Battle in the Borough on October 19th, 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the founder of Around the Ropes podcast, Mr. John Blaine. John Blaine, how we doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Wow, it's been that long already since the first one?
Yeah, I know, right? It's been almost a year and a half. Pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy. But how we doing, John? How's your new year been?
It's been good. I'm glad to be back. Believe me, going off for that show in November, I can't wait for the show in April.
It's going to be a good one, man. The first ever Vindication event. And as promised, we got a very special guest here. He recently just made his return to professional wrestling back at Battle in the Borough 2 on November 1st. He held the Titan World Heavyweight Championship for 18 months. He has a big fight coming up in a couple weeks, which we will talk about, and we're also going to talk about his big fight coming up at Vindication. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a true savage. This is PJ Savage. Mr. Savage, very happy to have you on the stream tonight. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I had some technical difficulties. I couldn't get on right away. But I'm here, man. We're going. We're rocking. And I'm excited for the year and what's to come, man. It's time to hit it full speed ahead.
And you got a lot going on in 2026, especially in the first quarter. We're going to get into that. Trust me on that. Just a quick announcement. Adonis Stone, he could not be here tonight. He has some personal obligations, but trust me, we will get him on a future stream. We will talk about Adonis Stone, and I do have an announcement on Adonis Stone. He will be at Vindication on April 11th. But before we get into anything else, we're going to go around the table. First and foremost, we're going to start with Mean Mark Donovan. Where can we find you on social media?
You can follow me on X at the Reset Button and check me out on YouTube, retro gaming, pro wrestling, horror movies, music, everything in between. Hibiki, TMD.
And now we go to John Blaine. Mr. Blaine, where can we find you on social media?
Just search John Blaine on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or Around the Ropes podcast. We're live every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., covering all things independent wrestling to your main event of WrestleMania.
Damn right, baby, damn right. And I'm very, very happy to have you on the team. Mr. Savage, where can we find you on social media?
Everything is at PJ Savage. Everything. PJ Savage, except for Instagram. It's PJ Savage _, but everything else, man, check out the Pro Wrestling Tees. Check out TikTok, Instagram, especially YouTube. Go like and subscribe. I got some great new content coming up this year, so it's going to be awesome.
And trust me when I tell you, people, if Battle in the Borough 2 served as anything, you are not going to want to miss a single moment of what PJ Savage, coming from the concrete jungle of New York City, is going to be doing in the year 2026. For me, you can follow me on X and Instagram at HistoryMakerDJS. You can also add me on Facebook for collaborations and business inquiries. Please send me an email. My email is, of course, StormsTakeOver at gmail.com. You can like the official DJ Storms business page on Facebook. You can Venmo me, Cashapp me, and follow me on Rumble. We're live streaming on Rumble as well. We're getting a nice wide outreach because we are kicking off the pathway to Vindication here tonight. Of course, you can hit me up for merch, whether it be wristbands, combs, or t-shirts. But enough of the self-brand promotions and the advertisements. We're going to get right into the good stuff here. Looks like we are still having some technical difficulties with PJ Savage, but trust me, we will get that taken care of sooner rather than later. Here we go. He's back. Technical difficulties, man.
Yeah,
Trust me.
Blame Greek Savage for that one. That's what I get for reading comments.
Oh my God. Yeah, I've been seeing the Greek Savage. Greek Savage is in the chat right now. Let's see what he's trying to say. I mean, he's still bitter after his loss at Battle in the Borough 2.
Oh boy.
Oh, look at this guy. After Vindication, it's going to be PJ retired. I don't know. We'll see about that. And trust me, we'll get into a lot of what we got going on. But PJ Savage, I got some questions for you. What's going on? Look at this. Now it's my camera. Savage bringing all this bad juju. It's unbelievable. Savage bringing all this bad juju. I can't stand it. I can't stand it, dude. I can't stand it. But you know what? We're going to go on anyway. But let's talk about PJ Savage. You have had quite the 2025. That much I will say. And if I could, I'd actually like to talk about your big match against Anthony Gangone. This was on May 17th, 2025. This was 2 weeks before Off the Rails. Gangone, he's the man that ended your year-and-a-half reign as TCW Heavyweight Champion, and you were supposed to compete in the Savage Heavyweight Championship tournament at Off the Rails. You had to withdraw from that tournament. What effect did that loss have on you?
I wouldn't say the loss had anything on me. I mean, I was heavyweight champion for 18 months. There was a lot of wear and tear on me. There was a lot of baggage on my shoulders. And right around that time, man, that's when it all came crumbling down on me, man. That's when it all just hit me. It wasn't the loss. It was me not taking care of business the way I should have. In terms of everything. In terms of how I handled myself in the ring, how I handled myself outside of the ring. I just needed to get a grip on everything, get a grip on real life. And it's funny, I say something in regards to a match I have upcoming where we talk about legacy, and the legacy of a man is very important. What you leave behind is extremely important, but then that legacy is multiplied tenfold when it's the legacy of a professional wrestler. And this business is harsh, so you have to be able to give 100 and not even 100, 200% to this business, and anything less is just gonna hit you right back in the mouth. So I'm ready to go full speed ahead, man, and shake off the cobwebs and conquer everything that gets put in front of me.
And, speaking of legacy, and we'll talk about this, and then we'll open the floor up to John and Mean Mark Donovan for a minute. You got a big match coming up at a show called Legacy 2, as this is in Elmhurst, New York, on Saturday, January 24th, 2026, as you challenge the Greek god Papa Don. He is the longest reigning CCW heavyweight champion, to my knowledge, as we speak. He is over 500 days and counting as champion. So I'd actually like to talk about this match right here. What exactly does this match mean to you?
It means everything to me. It means the start of 2026. Papa Don, everybody knows who he is and what he brings to the table. Papa Don is a high caliber wrestler. He's not just one of those old vets that hang behind the curtain. Papa Don is still the standard bearer. He sets the bar. Even though I hate Papa Don, I don't, he's a piece of, you can finish that sentence. But the man who steps in between those ropes, I got tremendous respect for. He comes from trainers that I admire, and he carries those same traditions with him. And I can promise you one thing: on January 24th in the Elks Lodge, it's going to be hard-hitting. It's going to be knock him down, drag him out, old school main event. And that word, those two words, main event, that moniker, it's going to be mine. The legacy that I want to set forth just going forward is I am the main event. I am the top guy. I am that damn good. It's me and no one else. And I have to take out everyone that stands in my way, especially men like Papa Don. He knows what I'm going to bring to the table. He knows I'm going to come in and I'm going to try to knock every single tooth out of his mouth.
Well, I'll tell you this. If the last several months speaks volumes, I'll tell you this. I fully expect you to bring 138% to Papa Don in that match coming up on January 24th. But I'd like to open up the floor to John Blaine first. John Blaine, you got any questions for the man, the myth, the legend himself, as I try to get my camera under control, because Lord knows that Savage continues to bring the bad luck.
PJ, obviously, we talked about before, what happened at Titan when you lost to Anthony Gangone. Is one of your goals in 2026 to avenge that loss and go up and, make a trip back to Titan, or is your time with Titan at this point pretty much done?
When it comes to Titan, the door is always open. They have a phone, I have a phone. That phone goes both ways. If there's something there that can be done, that's not a promotion that I'm shutting the door on, that I'll say I'll never pop back up. Titan is a big part of what I've done the last 2 years. Like DJ said, I was heavyweight champion for 18 months. That company was everything to me. It still is. I still have a special place in my heart for TCW. The fans over there, I know they want me back. I guess this is just inside baseball stuff, but there has to be two people to sit at the negotiation table, essentially. And this isn't about money. This isn't about, I don't want to lose to this person or that person. Phone goes both ways, man. It's a case where DJ, to break the fourth wall, DJ's a promoter himself. He would not stop messaging me when it was time coming up for his show. He made sure I was on his show. When I stepped away from Titan back in May, I think that was my last match with them when I lost the Gang On. And I went through personal issues and I had to take a sidestep from the wrestling business. That was the last time I spoke to Titan. So this isn't about I don't want to be there or I have ill will towards them. But the promoters that wanted me and the people that wanted me a part of their brand, they made it known. Even when I was outside of the ring, not being able to get back in, when I was ready to come back and went through injuries, there was promoters going, hey, you ready? Hey, you ready? There was even promoters talking to me, all right, hey, 2026, we're going to get this going. Just want to make sure you're all right. Those are the places that I'm going to be at. I'm going to be at the places that want me there. I want to showcase what I can do. If someone doesn't feel like I could bring something to their brand, I'm going to show you what I could do on the umbrellas that let me stand under them.
No, I totally what you said. And one last question I got for this part. You made your return at the show in November. Take us through what was going through your mind as you came through that curtain for the first time that people had seen you in a couple months. What was kind of going through your mind?
You steal my question here, John. What are you doing? Unbelievable.
It was awesome, man. It was awesome. I saw a lot of fans that there was a lot of Titan fans there. Titan has their following, man. And there was some people that it was a surprise, man. Not too many people knew that I was showing up. It was very hush-hush. No one knew I was coming back. And to show up, no one knew I was coming back to Jersey. Jersey's kind of I claim New York as much as anybody. I am from New York City. I am from the concrete jungle. It's what made me. But as a professional wrestler, Jersey's my home. Oh, I hate saying that. I hate Jersey. Me and Jersey have this love-hate relationship. But Jersey's
I'll make you
my
love
home.
it again. Don't worry.
Jersey's my home professional wrestling-wise. And, man, I love being in Jersey. So just being there, popping through the curtain, seeing fans there like Wes Everett and his son, Kyle. Come on, man. Like, those are guys that supported me back when I was at IWA 3-4 years ago, man. Like, so it felt good. It felt good to be back. It felt good to be in the locker room with a lot of talented people. As much as I hate Greek Savage, he shouldn't be in any locker room. But there's a lot of formidable men in that locker room that I love to share locker room with professional wrestlers, people that are like-minded like me and want to go to war. And Ox Adams, I hope you're ready.
We'll talk about Ox in just a little bit, but let me turn it over to Mean Mark Donovan. You got any questions for PJ Savage?
That's a great name, by
First
the way.
and foremost, on behalf of myself and all the fans in attendance at Battle on the Borough 2, absolutely elated to see you come through that curtain, make your grand return. I guess my question is for, the journey to win that gold, to be the champion, to sit on top of the mountain. My question, though, are you prepared, especially with what you're dealing with Greek Savage and all the tricks up that sleeve, the target that's then placed on your back as champion? Are you prepared for the mental and physical challenges that brings as well?
Yeah, man, I'm made for it. I'm born and bred for the spotlight, the main event, the championship. That's what I'm here for. I was trained by Johnny Rodz, WWE Hall of Famer, and he taught me nothing but the main event, but the last match. What to do and how to prepare yourself. And what that comes with is you're going to end up being the guy with the biggest face on the poster. You're going to be the guy that all the fans come to see. They're going to know they're going to get their money's worth because you're on that poster and you're there. When you have that championship, you are the company. You represent everything that goes on. If that night was a success, it was on you. If that night was a failure, it was on you. And when you step into them ropes, you have to bring nothing more than 200% every time you step into that ring, whether you hold the gold or not. Especially what I'm aiming to be, man. I'm aiming to be the top guy, the main event, the person that just brings it all back, man. I study everything professional wrestling. the guys that I study is Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Stone Cold, Cena, guys that drew that curtain, man, that sold out arenas. That's what I want to be. I want to bring back, when I get to a bigger stage, when I get to a WWE or AEW, I want to be the guy that brings it back to mainstream. I want to be the guy that fucking brings back pay-per-views selling out like crazy, bringing back mainstream. I want to be the Conor McGregor of WWE, AEW. I want to be the Mike Tyson of WWE, AEW. And I don't just save that energy and that mindset for when that contract comes across the table. I treat everything with that same mindset. And I attack every curtain with the same tenacity. So whether it's Bingo Hall, New Jersey, or Madison Square Garden, you're going to get the same BJ Savage. And I'm going to knock teeth out of people's mouths. I'm going to send every fan home happy. And you're going to walk away, whether you're at the announcer table, you're back in the curtain, going, holy shit, that was awesome. That's what I am.
And guys and gals, it's cliche but true. They say if you're not in this business to be the tippy top dog, get out of it.
Yeah, man, exactly. It's Stone Cold, one of the first people I ever heard say that. If you're not in this business to be the best, what are you doing in it? And I don't want to just be on the Mount Rushmore, man. I want to smack my face in the middle of it. That's the ambition that's in me. That's what I want in this business. And that's why it's awesome that for now you get to see me at the independent level. You get to see my journey from the start, because I'm going to get to the top. And when I get to the top, I'm going to carry logos of guys like DJ Storms, who gave me chances while I was on the independents. You're going to see me walk to, I remember there was a WrestleMania, I think it was 39, where it was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I think they faced the Usos. Yeah. And they had the PWG logo on their shorts. When I saw that, I text Billy from Titan, the owner of Titan. And I told him, you're going to see that purple and gold on my gear the day I walk through that curtain. And that doesn't change, man. That's how I am. And I'm going to take the bottom with me to the top. So if you're going to ask me a question of like, you know what? Are you ready for it? You're damn right. I got to be ready for it. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Now, I'd actually like to replay the moment here when you came out of the curtain at Battle in the Borough 2, because it almost seemed as though time stood still for a little bit. Take a look.
Needed, so unnecessary.
Wait a minute.
What is
Wait a
that?
minute. Who's that? Wait a minute. Is this? Don't
No
tell
way.
me. Is that? Wait a minute. You got to be kidding me. Is this?
No way.
Is this? Is this? No! Oh my God!
Goodness!
PJ Savage! The man who held the Titan World Heavyweight Championship for nearly 17 months!
This night has just begun and the surprises are turning out left and right.
This is a man who has dominated the independent scene in New York for years. And not just that, Mark. This was the man who was supposed to compete in the Savage Heavyweight Championship tournament. Back it off the rails. He had to pull out due to personal issues. But after 6 months, PJ Savage is back. Now, one thing that really caught me off guard, really took me aback a bit, is when you stepped into the ring, you went right up to Ox Adams. You stood forehead to forehead with him. My first question after we're gonna make our way around the table once again, but we've heard about the feelings, we've heard about the energy, right? We've heard about what the locker room meant to you, what others giving opportunities to you, like myself and like Titan, means to you. But I'd love to know the why. Why Battle in the Borough 2? Why was that night the right night to make your return after 6 long months away from professional wrestling?
Because it was the right thing to do. The timing was right. And it represented that moment wrestling got taken away from me. Because the first booking that I missed was the tournament. So missing the tournament, missing a chance to become the Savage Heavyweight Champion, missing a chance to have bangers with guys like Troy Locke and to just stand in that ring and go crazy. Oh man, that bugged me the whole time I was gone. So, and then you being who you are, you're not just DJ Storms, you're a great human being. The whole time I was gone, you constantly checked in on me. Hey, are you okay? Not, hey, are you coming back? Hey, are you available for this day? No, hey, are you okay? Anything you need, everything, like, you okay as a person. And I was like, I got to give that to you. Because no matter what, you stood there as a friend for me. You kept checking in on me, and that means more to me than even you might know. And to tag along with the fact that that was a full circle moment. If this was the place that I missed out on, why not come back to it?
It certainly was a surreal moment. And by the way, thank you for those kind words. I greatly appreciate it. Let's talk about Ox Adams for a minute. Obviously, we saw the graphic earlier. I'm going to put it up again. This right here is the first official match for Vindication on April 11th, 2026. And this is St. Mary High School's first professional wrestling event in 7 long years. I was at the first and only wrestling event at that school, which is my old high school, by the way. Now, we have this Savage Heavyweight Championship match between yourself and Ox Adams. If you could, please talk to us about your history with Ox Adams. How long have you known him? What is your relationship with Ox Adams?
Oh, man, Ox Adams is one talented individual. He's extremely talented. When I was with Titan, I used to run a brand called Chosen Pro Wrestling. That was the brand I creatively helped run. Ox was supposed to be a part of that brand at one point. And then, I ran into Ox at a couple places. I ran into Ox at it was a Gabe Sapolsky tryout. And he's just, he's a talented, overpowering big dude, man. But those aren't the dudes that scare me. There's no one that scares me, man. Everything I face on a day-to-day basis, the reason I got into this business, the reason I do what I do, nothing's going to scare me. So when I see something that big and that imposing, holding a title that should be mine, standing next to something as annoying as the Greek Savage, I'm gonna, oh man, that excites me, man. That gets me going when I face guys like Baba Thunder, when I face guys like Colby Carino, when I face guys like Bull James. That's what gets me going, man. That's what gets me, I want it more. So just him standing in front of me, the guy that everybody's anointing as one of the next talented guys out here. Oh man, you have no clue what I'm gonna do April 11th.
That's actually was gonna be the next question, because this right here, it's the first ever Vindication event, completely new event. We've seen Off the Rails, we've seen Battle in the Borough, now we got Vindication. This match could potentially be the most brutal fight that Rutherford has ever seen. So I would love to know, what can we expect from you at Vindication?
I'm coming in running through brick wall after brick wall after brick wall. This is Juggernaut versus Juggernaut. And if that doesn't sell that fight for you, I don't know what will. But you better be in that building on April 11th to watch 2 Juggernauts attempt to kill each other. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be a
war, and I cannot wait for it. Me and Mr. Mean Mark Donovan will be on the call for that match. I'd like to shift gears here for a minute. First of all, thank you to everyone who is watching. Thank you very much to Mean Mark Donovan, John Blaine, and of course, the man himself, PJ Savage, for being here. Let's shift gears now. Let's actually talk about Adonis Stone for a minute, because you actually know Adonis Stone well. I saw you and Adonis Stone. You were talking a bit before Battle in the Borough, too. And it is indeed confirmed. Adonis Stone will be at Vindication Will he be vindicated? That remains to be seen. I'm not going to announce his match just yet, but I guarantee you are not going to want to miss his match on April 11th. Let's actually go back to Battle in the Borough 2 for a minute, because I would actually love to replay this big moment where Adonis Stone, and I had no idea that this was going to happen. I didn't even expect him to even attempt to do it. But Adonis Stone, with one of the greatest feat of strengths that New Jersey has seen in quite some time, lifting up the big man, lifting up the 350-pound Ox Adams. Take a look here.
Tope blocks to the outside. Both men now it's just Stone.
Oh, Stone's got him up. Stone's got him up.
Oh my goodness! What strength!
Oh my God! Adonis Stone.
Now, what you see there, when you see me on the side there, hanging out by ringside, that right there, that was not me trying to sell it. He did not tell me he was going to do that. That was a genuine reaction. I could not even believe my eyes, and by the sound of it, it seems like me and Mark Donovan couldn't believe it either. Mark, if you could, what was going through your mind when you saw Adonis Stone pick up the big guy?
Well, first of all, I had to look over to my left and make sure my partner Billy Ann Wolf was all right. I thought she was going to have a coronary. My goodness, nobody saw that coming. The amount of I think people underestimate the core strength it takes to do that and to hold a man that size up like that, especially from a lower base like that. Adonis Stone, one of the most deceptively strong performers in the entire world. I said that on that night on commentary. I say it again tonight. Unbelievable.
It certainly was, to say the least. John Blaine, you were actually there. You were there live in attendance as well. All of us were. What was your reaction?
More of a holy shit. And I think that's the best way I can describe it. I also look this way. That happened in November. We're in January now, and we're still talking about it. That should tell you the impact that moment has had. Now we're talking about this many years later, and I think when you look at the history of with DJ Storms and his whole promotion thing, that's goes down as one of the biggest moments I think in the early days of this run.
Savage.
Oh man, I go way back with Adonis. A lot of people don't know me and Adonis went to school together.
Get out of here, really?
Yeah. Elementary school, junior high, all that, man. We went to school together. He was the guy that everybody doubted because of his height. He was the guy that everybody would try to pick last because he wasn't tall enough to play basketball. They didn't think he was fast enough or strong enough to play football. And, oh, man, from 7th grade on, I've seen that chip build on his shoulder, and he'll pick up the world if he could. Adonis Stone is a talent to watch out for, point blank, period. And I've seen it my whole life. I'm glad other people get to see it now.
And that's exactly why I brought him on the shows, because I saw what he was capable of over in Outlaw professional wrestling, and I only saw him wrestle once, and that memory of him wrestling in Carlstadt, New Jersey, in Bolero Snort Brewery just stuck with me all these months later, and I called him up for Off the Rails, and that was the first time he got to compete on one of my shows. He actually fought the man that beat you for the TCW heavyweight title, Anthony Gangone, getting a big win at Off the Rails back in May, and he was a part of the Team Savage versus Team Storm 6-man elimination tag team match. He helped eliminate the big guy, Ox Adams, and it certainly has been one incredible run for Adonis Stone, especially over there in Loud East Wrestling. So if I can ask you, PJ Savage, could we potentially see you in Loud East Wrestling?
Yeah, there's some in the works as we speak. It's in New York, man. Anything New York touches, I'm involved in. Oh, I might be, or could be. Like there's always that aspect when it comes to New York. They always put on some great shows. I know they do the GWA, which is Greatest Wrestling Alliance, which they have Loud East and all the other promotions from the surrounding area participate. And I was a part of that last event, in the main event versus BG Wayne. And I forgot who else, because I just hate BG Wayne so much. I really do hate BG Wayne. Oh, fuck BG Wayne.
We need a T-shirt made. We need a
Yeah,
T-shirt made of that
yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
Solid does fold. I'll keep that for another day. I'll save it for a promo, I guess. But yeah, I wrestled BG Wayne in the main event over there. And man, they now these GWA wrestling is now they all put on great shows in New York, man. New York is I feel like New York's about to get hot. New York's never when it came to like independent wrestling, New York's never been a hotbed. You know what I'm saying? It's never really had its heyday. Like you could maybe say the ECW era, but everything's always just been locally. Like maybe the Bronx got hot at one point, Brooklyn got hot at one point. I feel like New York is about to take off, and this is the thing I've always said to people, man. This is why I love New York so much. New York to professional wrestling is very important. The fans here, they love wrestling. If New York gets hot, it has potential to be the biggest place on the independent scene. It can combat LA or California when PWG and all those other promotions were going crazy. It could go toe to toe against Chicago when Shakara and all those promotions over there were going crazy at that time. We're in
I know
that.
they got House of Glory, actually, New York. New York's got House of Glory.
Yeah, so what I mean by like hotbed, and this is I love House of Glory. Everybody loves House of Glory. House of Glory is almost like that extra step up. You know, they always have the big guys there. They always have Santana, the Zigglers. They have those guys there. When you look at a promotion like a PWG, they never really had the outside former WWE name come in. It was always their guys, the guys from Reseda.
Occasionally they'd bring in like Liger, I think.
Yeah, Liger or like some New Japan guy that no one knew about because they knew they could put on a banger. So it's like, I'm talking about promotions like that. Like when you look at Shakara was basically all the local guys that just loved each other and they were all friends and got together. I mean, even like when you look at right now, when you think about a hotbed on the independent scene, Mass is always on another level. Beyond Wrestling Open, Limitless. That's kind of like the independent hotspot right now. And when you go to a Limitless show, yeah, they might book one guy in the main event, like an Eddie Kingston. But it's their guys. I feel like there's something to that recipe of like, it's not a school. It's not, all right, everybody on this card is former WWE or TNA. These are the independent guys. This is just the talent. This is the cream of the crop. Like when you look at Jersey, when Jersey was going strong, Jersey All Pro, it was Jersey and New York guys. It was like Monster Mac, Dan Mouth. No one knew who they were. Low Key, all these guys coming through there, Doghouse guys, they pretty much ran JAPW. But when you look at it, man, it was what carried JAPW was the cream of the crop that was of the independents. So that's what I mean by like, and by no mean I mean any disrespect to like a House of Glory, but it's like comparing House of Glory is almost like a mini WWE live event, man. And that's amazing for them because they get how many promoters get to book all those guys and still continue to run every month. They have a strong following. House of Glory is probably, I want to say, a year or two away from being on TV.
I agree.
They're that good. They're right there with reality wrestling. They're right there with like companies like TNA and MLW. They're right there, man. I think the only thing they don't do is give out contracts. If House of Glory give out contracts, they'll be up there, bro. So that's what I mean by that. It's like, what's the true indie hotbed that could take over? And I feel like New York has a mix of young guys, independent guys, and veterans that I like this time.
There is one company that has a nice mix of major names and independent talent, and I think you may have heard of this. It's called Awesome Championship Wrestling, created by two men that were on the first Battle in the Borough, all the way back on October 19th, 2024. That would be Vic Delicious and Hale Collins, known as The Now, and they recently just sold out the MJN Center again, I believe, for the third time for the second annual Poughkeepsie Rumble. And one guy that has really taken the world by storm is one guy by the name of Richard Holiday. So, I see the smirk there. Is he one guy that could potentially...
He was one of my very first interviews, 7 years ago.
I remember you telling me that, bro. But Richard Holiday, if I could, I know we're switching gears here for just a minute, but could Richard Holiday potentially be in your future, Mr. Savage?
Yeah, man, he could be. I want to go after anybody that considers themselves the cream of the crop. And Richard Holiday right now is probably the guy on the indies. He's the guy. I don't know how he's not signed. The dude's...
He doesn't even need it.
He's a genius. He's a genius with some of the marketing things he's pulling off. I love how he's elevating himself. It's like I remember Richard Holiday from MLW.
Yeah.
The Richard Holiday from MLW and the Richard Holiday now is very different, but in a very good way. And he evolved to a whole nother level. He's taking it off like he doesn't even need a contract. And that's a guy I want to be in the ring with. I want to go toe to toe with. I want to go promo to promo for. You know what I'm saying? Richard Holiday is definitely one of those guys. And as far as ACW goes, man, what they're doing is unprecedented. Hale Collins, me and him were trained by the same person, Johnny Rods. So I always got so much love for Hale. I got to wrestle the Now a long, long time ago. Probably like 4 or 5 years ago, I wrestled the Now at Titan. Vic was always amazing to me. I think Vic broke my nose that night.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
man.
man.
Bad blood there. I don't know.
Yeah, man. So, but I learned a lot being in the ring with them. They're possibly, I want to say, the best tag team out here when it comes to the independent level. So ACW is doing something right, man. They have the recipe to sell out the MJN Center that many times, man. That's a special thing. It's a special thing. So big shout out to them, man. Big shout out.
That's one place that I hope to go to do a show. Hopefully, if I can get them back, I will be getting them back on a show in the near future. Trust me on that. But I would also like to end it right here with a major announcement, and we're going to go around the table because I got the second match. It is officially confirmed. Bulldog Pittman actually put it out on his Instagram story not that long ago. And even though this is the first ever Vindication, for every beginning there is an even greater finality. And at Vindication, on April 11th, 2026, we will see the finality to a rivalry that started all the way back at Battle in the Borough 1. Because at Battle in the Borough 1, in what was a monumental upset, Kenny Bangle, in a rare singles match appearance, he defeated former two-time ISPW heavyweight champion, the heavy metal hitman, a man who I've known for a while, a man that I actually do consider a friend, although we haven't been talking too much as of lately because of what's going on, that being Rick Recon. Rick Recon was defeated by Kenny Bangle on October 19, 2024, and then on May 31st at Off the Rails, the Silk City Kings had an opportunity to defeat the Audacity for the TCW World Tag Team titles, but Rick Recon showed up with a baseball bat and bashed Kenny Bangle in the back and Pittman in the head. The Audacity retained. Then at Battle in the Borough 2, the same night that PJ Savage came back, Papa Don was recruited by Rick Recon. And thanks to a little distraction and a baseball bat to the head, Recon and Papa Don defeated the Silk City Kings. Now, Recon has recruited yet another partner in the current ISPW heavyweight champion, the Shining Star, Ray Kalitri. And they will take on the Silk City Kings in an unsanctioned tornado tag team match. There will be no countouts, no disqualifications, and no tags. You win by pinfall or submission. I will start with the man that is fighting Ox Adams for the Savage Heavyweight title on this night. PJ Savage, what are your thoughts on this match, and who can you see walking out with the W?
I'll grab your popcorn kind of match. That's what this is. It's going to be a good one. Slick City Kings, man, they're awesome in the ring, man. I love their style. I love their flair. Their cohesiveness is great, man. But Rick Recon and Ray Calucci, like the caliber of that team, that's a pretty tough hill to climb, man. If I had to put my money on any of these teams, I'd probably put it on Ray and Rick, man. I mean, Ray's the ISPW heavyweight champion right now. Rick Recon's the two-time ISPW heavyweight champion. That's high caliber over there, bro. So I got to give it to Recon and Ray, man. I'm sorry. I just have to.
Don't tell Bulldog Pittman about that. John Blaine, let's go to you. What are your thoughts on this match, and who can you see walking out with the victory?
I might be on my own on this one, but I see Silk City Kings walking out on this one. And I say that for one reason. We've been seeing Recon, especially in ISPW, kind of go through this change a little bit, especially with Total Tom, constantly getting involved in his matches. And also, look at it this way. Rick Recon is more of a singles guy than a tag team guy. And it's he going to want to work with somebody who has what he wants. So I can see that playing a huge role in it. And you also got to realize, Silk City Kings, I mean, we touched upon it before with the now. I think Silk City Kings have to be up there as one of the best tag teams on the independent level right now. So to me, you got to go with the team that's the most cohesive and the one that's been teaming together for a while.
It's very, very hard to bet against Silk City Kings, especially with how motivated they are. This has been going on for nearly 18 months because Rick Recon took offense to the fact that Kenny Bangle was able to beat him at Battle in the Borough 1. Mr. Donovan, you will be there live, as well as John Lynn. All of us are going to be there live for this match. But you have been present for nearly every single chapter that we've seen in this rivalry between Rick Recon and the Silk City Kings. Who can you see walking out victorious in this match?
Well, I'll tell you this out of the gate, you are not alone, because I also am going with the Silk City Kings, and here's why. Not only is this a beyond cohesive tag team, these guys just know each other, what they're going to do before they even say it. They don't have to communicate like that. They just know. This time, it's personal. You throw that into the mix, plus go back on what you said, John, about this is a tag team whose majority of both of their careers, they've been a tag team. These guys, yes, decorated as singles competitors, ISPW heavyweight champion. But when it's a tag team match, all bets are off. I got to go with the tried and true team, the Silk City Kings.
It is certainly going to be a massive, and I mean a massive, massive night. But those are our top two matches confirmed for Vindication so far. And this Saturday will mark 3 months until Vindication. People, if you haven't already done so, you better get your tickets, and you better get them quick because they are going to go quick. But that wraps up this countdown to Vindication. I will be back in 2 weeks on January 22nd, and I will have the CCW World Tag Team Champions with me. I'm talking Micah and Seth Cortez, the Audacity, and I may just have PJ Savage's opponent, Papa Don, as well. Hopefully I can get some remarks from him. But I would like to thank each and every single one of you watching tonight. Thank you to all three of you gentlemen. One last time, where can we find all you on social media? Let's start with me, Mark Donovan.
I just realized I gave the wrong X. I gave my old one at the beginning. So here is where you can actually find me on X at Hibiki2MD and YouTube once again. Hibiki2MD, retro gaming, pro wrestling, heavy metal, horror. If it's nerdy, we're going to find it and tickle that funny bone on you.
John Blaine, what you got for us?
I'm on social media. Just search John Blaine. Obviously, you can also find any of my stuff through Around the Ropes podcast. We'll be back live this Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Talking all things pro wrestling, and who knows, might have some stuff from the upcoming Vindication show on that show.
PJ Savage.
Everything at PJ Savage. Instagram's at PJ Savage _pro wrestling tees at PJ Savage. Go check out the YouTube channel. A lot of great content on there. And me, Mark, I'm gonna have to go check you out. You said retro gaming. That's right up my alley, man. So I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
It's certainly been a tremendous night with all three of you. But until next time, I'm DJ Storms. This has been the Countdown to Vindication. But before we get out of here, I've been waiting over a year to do this. And I know that Mean Mark Donovan and John Blaine, they know what I'm going to say. PJ, you're new around here. Just follow their lead. We'll start with Mean Mark Donovan. Let me ask you, who runs the IWC?
I believe you know the answer.
I need to hear you say it, brother.
DJ Storm.
You damn right. John Blaine?
Nobody else than DJ Storms.
PJ Savage, I think you know the drill.
It's DJ Storm, man. He runs the IWC. There we go.
Don't you ever forget it. I will catch you all in 2 weeks for part 2 of the Pathway to Vindication.
Retribution! Oh yeah, we want retribution! Oh yeah, we want retribution! Oh yeah, we want retribution!